we have here is a Mustang. This is the 2022 that came in complaining about a water leak at the back of the headliner and also into the trunk. What I found is the third brake light is leaking. Now this third brake light was broken, as you can see. Now I've taken it off and I've broken it worse than it was because they're really stuck on there, but that little crack right there, it was like that already. Well, that's on this side. You see all this dirt right here? That shouldn't be there. See how it's nice and clean over there? That's what it should look like, because you've got this seal around here. Nothing should be getting past it. So everything inside this seal area should be clean. That's not clean. That's water. And it can go down that hole or that hole. And it clearly, since it's right up to the bottom of that little guide pin hole, it was clearly going down that hole. All right, and it was also right, you can see where it was coming through. So this is where it was broken. It obviously was loose. It was coming through here too. Now there's a little wall right here, but it apparently was getting past it too. So it's going down this hole and this hole. It's relatively easy to unbolt. You've got 1, 2, 3, and then over here, this other bottom piece isn't here, but it's 4 8mm nuts and a plug. That's the easy part. The hard part is to get it to turn loose, because as you can see, the sealer's still here. This stuff's got adhesive on it, so I'm gonna have to scrape this all up, which I'm not gonna bother to do on camera. But I've got a little plastic tool that'll peel that stuff up, and then you're gonna clean this surface, make it nice and clean, and then attach the new one. I'm gonna show you how to get the bolts loose just now. Hang on. Okay, so I'm in the back seat. This is not comfortable because I'm a big guy, but just pull the back headliner down, and you can see the holes where this goes. So there's a round hole, round hole, round hole, round hole, round hole. That oval hole is for the guide, little guide thing. So is that one. This big one in the middle is where the plug sticks through, and there's the plug right there. Okay, so you just put it down once you've cleaned the adhesive off and stick the new one in there. You just put the little nuts on there and tighten them. Now I've got a 90-degree screwdriver, or not screwdriver, but drill, which I use, but you could just as easily use an 8mm ratcheting wrench, or just a plain old wrench, or maybe even a little manual socket. It's easy to get to. You just pull this headliner down a little bit, and it goes right back up, so that's not a problem. And that's it. So 2022 Mustang, if you're complaining about a leak back here at the headliner, maybe over here at the B pillars, or in the trunk, take a peek at that third brake light. It's usually, it can be pretty obvious. If you have somebody water test it while you're sitting in here, you just pull this down, you'll see it leaking, usually at one of those holes. So anyway, questions, comments, let me know. Thanks for watching. When you're cleaning this gasket off, be prepared to be here for a while. I've got this little tool with the little flat end, and it pretty much scrapes it right off. But if you don't have one of these and you're going to use a screwdriver, be real careful, because you don't want to scar all this paint up. You know, find some kind of something flat and hard plastic is better. But I've mostly got this off, but it's been it fought me a little bit. So just an FYI, I'm going to show you what it looks like once I get it cleaned up. Now what I'm going to do is, now it's pretty much off of there for the most part. Yeah, there's most of it. I'm gonna get some solvent on a rag and clean up this adhesive and that dirt, so it's got a nice clean surface for the new light to stick to. So I'll be back and show you that. All right, look at that nice clean surface. That's mag butamus right there. Here's the new third brake light, and you can see that it comes with, you pull this off and there's the sealer, and it's sticky. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. It was leaking through, if you'll recall, that hole and that hole, right? All right, well, this is that hole and that's that hole. All right, it should not ever get inside these gaskets if this gasket doesn't fail. Well, guess what? This is a 2022 with only about 20,000 miles on it, and it did fail. What I'm gonna do is take some sealer. This is Kent High-Tech Clear. You could use silicone, I suppose. I'm gonna put some sealer around here. I'm gonna put some around here. And I'm not gonna be worried about that one too much. That's just too big of a hole. But I'm gonna do these ones right here just to make myself feel a little bit better. It would take some doing for it to get to that hole, but just in case this seal fails again. And this stuff isn't too, much of an atomic glue there, so it won't be hard to get out if this does fail again at some point, because there's not really getting this out without destroying it. I suppose you could, but then you're still got to put a seal on it, and I mean, there's not really worth, by the time you take it out, you might as well just replace it, because I don't think you can buy that seal separately, and I don't think I would want to anyway. By the time you take it out, you put it under so much stress. Now, getting that thing off, it's stuck. I used a 90-degree pick to kind of get under the edge and pull up on it, and gradually pulled it and worked it off. But I mean, it was already broken, so that was a problem anyway. But you're probably going to break it getting it off. But if you're going to replace it, who cares? Just be careful and don't scar up the body or the glass. Definitely not the glass. You don't want to chip that glass, because it's tempered and it will break. So anyway, questions, comments? I think I said that in one of my segments already, but thanks for watching. But 2022 Mustang and any other Mustang that has this type of third brake light on it, this is how you fix it. Actually, I will say that there are some Chevrolets, I think Impalas and Malibus, have this almost identical light, if not the same identical light. They're very similar. They're just like this, and they have the same problem. They crack, usually on the corners, and they leak. Honestly, the fix is almost identical. So yeah, it could go for them too. But anything's got a third brake light like this, this is your boy. And so what I'm about to do is put this on here and reach in there and tighten those 4 8mm screws and plug the plug in, and she'll be not a leaker anymore. Thanks for watching.